Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. So today we're going to take a quick look at the pre-release version of Grounded. This has been a relatively highly anticipated title, comes from an Obsidian Software, and the easiest way to describe it, if you're a bit old like me, is as Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the video game. That's basically it. So essentially, as you can see on the screen there, you are tiny little children in a garden and it's a survival game. In other news, there's a new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids coming at some point soon, and Rick Moranis is returning, which is amazing news. But anyway, moving on from that. So I've gone through and I just had a quick look at the options. I think one of the important things to point out with the options is none of the usual stuff, blah, 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 display keyboard, but in the accessibility options. So they have some relatively standard colorblind, read to me sort of options, which, yeah, that's pretty good. But what they also have is an arachnophobia safe mode. So this is how spiders normally look, and you can change it so that the spiders look less and less like spiders, but obviously doesn't actually affect the gameplay. What a really interesting idea to have in a game. So if you have quite crippling arachnophobia, it'll reduce the number of legs, it'll take the legs away, it'll take away the fangs, it'll make the face a bit more kind, I suppose, and then reduce the number of eyes, and then it would just completely reduce, get rid of all the colour and everything. So what a really interesting thing to do. What a way to make the game more accessible to people who wouldn't be able to play it, but for a very unusual reason. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to hit new single player game, new game. I haven't played this at all yet, so I've got no idea what it's going to be like. So we have a number of characters we can choose. Max, Willow. I'm assuming they don't have any impact on gameplay. Let's just turn my headphones up and just listen to what they sound like.
Hey, nice to meet you. The name's Max. Maxwell Small.
Oh, okay. It takes too long.
Yep, that's my name.
My name's Peter.
There we go.
My friends call me Pete. Allie, whoop.
Well, she annoys me significantly immediately. He's a little bit too weedy.
Trust me, I've heard it all before.
So it's between these two. We'll go with Max, shall we? Max, because he's got a name Max. So he's max power, max strength. I like it. So we're going to leave it on medium difficulty and see what it's like. So as always, I've tried as much as possible to avoid any sort of major spoilers. I've not watched any of the videos which have been out since the game launched. It only launched yesterday, so it is obviously relatively new. As I said to start with, it is a pre-release game, so it is very early in development.
What? Damn. Where am I?
We have WASD to move, which is, you know, obviously relatively standard.
Nah. Can't be. This must be one of those prank TV shows.
That's what V does. That's what I was playing around with there.
Realistic prank show.
It's very pretty, isn't it? I have turned the
That thing landed. Boom.
I have turned the graphics up to max. And there's our first ant.
Honestly, I'm just glad it's not big.
How exciting. Obviously, this is pretty much the whole reason I'm playing the game. I am compelled these days to play any game which features ants. I really don't have much of a choice in the matter. Oh, we've got a pebblet, which I tried to punch.
Think this might not be a prank. Still gonna be famous though. Gonna need an agent, a publicist, a sports car.
So we need to walk over there. A little... Oh, a sprig. Which I didn't mean to hit, but we did, and it did nothing, so that's fine. So we'll grab that other sprig there. So whilst I haven't seen any videos, I did look at a thread, some plant fiber, on Reddit, I believe it was, on... Oh, some more sap up there, I'm going to go get that. On how people have received the game since it has been out. And I also looked at the reviews on the Xbox Game Store, because I am playing this on the Xbox Game Store because it is part of the Xbox Game Pass. So if you have the Xbox Game Pass, which is a subscription service, which is only a few quid a month, it's relatively cheap and it is pretty good value at the moment by all accounts. I'm sure the price will go up at some point, but for now it's pretty good value. And yeah, as I say, this is entirely free to play. Well, not free, but it's part of the subscription service. I did look at the reviews on there, and the reviews and the general reactions so far haven't actually been all that great, unfortunately. So there is a story to the game. It looks like the story is over very quickly in this initial version, and there seems to be some limitations with the building and that sort of thing so far. Now, all of this is relatively expected, isn't it? Because it's a pre-release version. It's very early on. If you think about... I'm going to follow these ants. If you think about like the first versions of Subnautica and any other survival game that came out in recent years, the first versions were fairly sparse. You know, if you look at how they compared to the actual full release version, vastly different. And by the time the full release version did come out, it was very exciting, very full-fledged. And Subnautica, if you've watched me play that, very exciting game, lots of stuff to do, and a really fully fledged story to it as well. Looks like we've found the ant colony, have we? We have. Just want to take a little look. Is there something we can go inside? Or we can go inside? That's interesting. I was wondering if we'd be able to do that. Oh.
Hey there, buddy.
They don't seem to be attacking me at the moment, which is sort of what I was expecting to happen. I'm not sure we can go much further without a... without some sort of torch or something. I'm guessing you can completely clear out the... Yeah, we don't want to mess with the soldiers, which is what he just saw there in the distance. I saw its mandibles waving around. Well, there it is. Yeah, no, we've triggered the... Yep, no, we're running away.
I don't want any trouble, Ant. Where are you off to, Ant?
So one of the first things I would say that I picked up on is that I've already heard heard the same voiceover lines from Max several times in a few minutes. So that's a little bit frustrating. Like, you don't mind them saying something once or twice, particularly when you first see something, but you don't want to be hearing that. Once you're 20 hours into the game, you don't want them to be saying, "Where you going, Ant?" You want them to stop saying those things, otherwise it's going to get super frustrating. Collecting all this stuff, I don't really know what for. So let's actually go to where we are supposed to go. What's the ant chasing there? What is it? Oh, it's just a... Oh, hello. Blimey, ant. Well, it was a beetle until the ant exploded it. Anyway. Right, lots of ants around now. Let's take a look in here then. What have we got? Interact with the computer. Nothing else that we can analyze. Ooh. You're not wrong, Max.
I'm not exactly sure where this is and what is going on. I should keep looking around.
So what happens if we... Oh, it's only got 3 charges. So what does that mean? Does it recharge automatically? Do we have to wait for it? It does say solar charge there, so I guess so. So we can now make a pebblet axe. And we've got some raw science as well. Okay. Let's analyze... We've only actually got 3 things. We've got 4 things, I suppose, don't we? We also have the sap, the fiber, and the sprig. Let's analyze the sap. It's given us some science, a lamp, a workbench, and a sconce. Ooh. What is a sconce? And it's either the sprig or the fiber. Let's do the sprig. See, it takes 10.5 minutes to charge. I'm assuming that's real time. We've got a spiky sprig and a trail marker. Okay. So we need to find and eat some food and find some water. So we have some mushrooms on us. Says edible, restores a small amount of hunger. The sap is a combustible sticky goo. Ooh. So how... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, how do we craft things? Up in the craft menu. So we do have a map as well. So that's me. And that's where we started from. So the map's relatively big. And I'm guessing... I was going to say, I guess the rest of it opens up. But there isn't much more of it, is there, really? We have some quests, which are just... Well, we do have 3. Find more evidence, eat some food, oh, and find some water. Right, okay. We have our Scab Watch. Lovely name. And just a sort of a... Oh, okay. No, we'll leave that as it is. So craft is what I'm most interested in. So we have a pebbled axe, which we need woven fibre for. I don't know how we make... Oh, so we should have analysed the fibre, shouldn't we? Silly. And it requires a workbench anyway. Which we don't have. How do you make a workbench then? Oh, over here. So we need a grass plank. Oh, here we go. So no, we can make this stuff at the moment. Okay, right. So we can make a spear already. Let's make... Oh, and it requires a workbench though, doesn't it? We can make a fibre bandage. But we can't... What's this? Well, it's used in something, but we don't know what yet. Recovers health. Requires a workbench, of course. A roasting spit. Trail marker and workbench. So the workbench requires a workbench? Oh no, if the icons are on them. So we're missing that ingredient. Oh, I see. So we don't actually need the workbench to make this then. So, okay, perfect. Let's craft and equip. Yay! What do we need? Woven fibre and dry grass chunks for a torch. I said we could get a torch, didn't I? And a thistle needle and woven fibres. So, ooh. What if we wanted to make like walls and stuff? How do we go about making walls and stuff? I suppose with grass planks. Acquired by chopping down grass with an axe. We do need the axe, which means we need some woven fibre. How do we know where we get woven fibre from? I assumed it would be a resource. Maybe until we've analysed the plant fibre, we don't know. Yeah, there's something it doesn't know about there. Look, I'm assuming that might be the woven fibre. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Or we can make a thistle needle. No, we can't make it. So these are just your base resources? Well, because, yeah, you get that. So these are just the resources that you can collect. I see. Right. I'm catching up with things now. I'm getting there. Don't worry. I'm getting there. But we have a spear. And we need woven fibres. All we can really do then is wait. We're just going to need to wait, aren't we? Which is a bit of a pain. Yeah, just wait. Okay, let's explore a little bit then. Ha ha ha. We can block with it. Like that. Perfect. So I said eat some food and drink some water, so I can eat a mushroom, can't I? So that is that tutorial. And we do need to find some water, though. It does actually show us where there is some water. Look. Rather helpfully. How do I get up there? Oh, I can't. It's just showing me where there is any water. Ah, that did make the water come down. Ah, wonderful. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Wouldn't mind some more water, if I'm being honest with you. Lovely. I'm now full of water. Let's fill ourselves up with food as well, shall we? Oh, it really does just do a fractionally small amount of hunger, doesn't it? Right then. Let's go exploring. And gathering as we go. So I guess when people say the story doesn't take very long to complete, what they're saying is the missions, the missions that take you through the game are not very long. We sort of artificially inflated it a little bit by not being able to analyse the fibre. Should have done the fibre instead of the sap. See, are they after me? No, they're not. Are they going to collect that food that's down there? Or whatever that is? I'll have it. I'll have it, mate. Yep, see, there's that same where you off to, Ant, again. That's the one I seem to be hearing a lot of. And it is already winding me up. We've not headed back to the baseball, have we? No, this just looked very familiar, all the roots and stuff. There are some wee mushrooms, I'll have those. And some sap just on the floor. Woo! Hello, spider. I'm assuming... Yeah, no, I'm dead. I'm assuming it'd be very difficult to take him on at my particular level, and I was right. I was right. So let's respawn. Let's put us back... Oh, okay. Oh, I love that the distances are in centimetres. It's an obvious thing to do, because why would you have them in anything else when everything is small? But it's wonderful. I want nothing to do with you, Ant. Leave me alone. What is that? Ah, that's cool. So we shall collect some more things as we go. Or not. That missed. And we will definitely not try to take the spider on this time. We will leave him well alone. He says, immediately seeing the spider over there. So let's go this way. Where's the entrance? Here. Ooh, I don't think there's fall damage. We're okay. Don't you dare take my bag. Don't you dare take my bag. I'm going to follow these ants, though, because if that spider's here, the spider's going to attack them, right? There's a little bit of webbing over there, look. Something in the distance over there. Oh, there's a spider. I'm just going to run. Just going to run. I want nothing to do with him. I'm not even going to attempt. Oh, this looks like a... Oh, no, he's still coming. What do we have in here? Just 2 pebblets. I thought there'd be more. That's why I thought I'd risk it. Kind of want to see if you get stuck in the spider web. Oh, you don't. Oh, that's a bit of a shame, actually. And I'm glad I didn't. Oh, I guess that's the machine which shrunk us then, is it? That's interesting. I love the fact you can see the grass all waving in the distance there. But we don't want to deal with the spider, though, do we? So let's move on. Oh, what's this? Punch. A punch packet. Which means we get to slurp some punch. Wonderful. A little bit more of that. We don't really need it, but I'm going to have it anyway because there's a bit of food as well. Can we put a little marker down? We can't. I actually don't mind that. I like the fact you're kind of forced to find things yourself. So we're going to head back to that little base there and see if we can analyse anything else yet. There's no compass on the screen, is there? Which is a little bit more annoying, but it's roughly in this direction, isn't it? So let's head in this direction. What's this? A mysterious machine.
Drunk or something? It's coming right at me.
Where did it go? So this is going to do something, isn't it? Don't know what. find what is... Did you just give me a slap? Weakening one of the lasers. I feel like I've got myself massively distracted here. But okay, let's do that. Oh, so there's a laser. So yeah, that's what we saw before. So...
Looks like that little red thing's itching for a fight.
Lawn mites. Disgusting. Disgusting. A threat was triggered, it said. Is it just... Where did he go? Well, how many of them are there? Looks like that's it. Okay, that answered that question. Well, there are more, though, of course. Which means there are more. There's a threat and I cannot see anything. So I'm going to run back a little bit. Also, did we... Oh no, I was going to say, did we find what was weakening the laser? But no. So we need a torch, don't we? What do we need for a torch? Oh, there's more stuff. It doesn't not... Oh, it doesn't pause the game. It doesn't pause the game even in single player. Oh, you stupid mite. You stupid mite. Alright. Where? That way. Wow, really in a random direction. I was not anticipating that. So we'll need a torch before we go any further with these silly little lawn mites. You attacking me already? Alright then. That's them taken care of. For now, we'll come back to them. Oh, I did really get close to the starting area, didn't I? So we're not too far then, yeah. Over there is the other machine. We'll ignore the ant. Don't want to hurt the little ant. He's fine. Is this ready? It is. Excellent. So let's analyze some fiber, which has given us woven fiber. Excellent. And then we have 2 more charges and 2 things to analyze. Perfect. That's worked out. So this is dry grass. We've got log pallet, plank pallet. Oh, so that charge ETA isn't a countdown. It's an ETA, so it's 10 past 5 already in game. I didn't even look because I heard something and I panicked. It's just an ant that got stuck. Okay. So, craft. So we can make a mite hat, but that requires the workbench. We also need some grub hides, which we don't have. So we can make the axe once we've got the woven fibre, which is here. How much woven fibre do we need? 0. Oh, just 1, sorry. Looking in the wrong place. Craft. So now we can make the pebblet axe. We could also make a hammer as well. Used to pound large things into smaller, more portable particles. Okay. We may as well make both of those. So let's make another fibre. Let's equip the axe and let's just craft the hammer. It doesn't come up with a little tick saying I've made those though, which is a little annoying. The torch needs 2 woven fibre and 3 dry grass chunks, which is a bit of a pain. We have arrows, but we haven't found the thistle needles yet. Some dry grass chunks are really what we're after, I would say. Armor glue. Used to stick simple armors back together. Interesting. Grub hides and woven fibers can make a canteen. Used to carry 2 scoops of liquid. Oh, that's cool. Okay. We have some art, for some reason, that you can also make. Roast and spit. Oh, there's the lean-to. We need clover leaves for the lean-to. Which is probably... Oh, I see. Pallets to carry more stuff or stock more stuff. Yeah, okay. So we need clover leaves. Single leaf from the top of a clover. Not sure what a clover even looks like. And how do you... What was V, wasn't it? So if I wanted to equip my hammer, how would I do that? Would I have to do it from my inventory? I don't have a hammer. Where's my hammer? There's my hammer. So I said equip, but it didn't change down here. Ah, because you haven't equipped and it doesn't add it to the bar. W? Inspect, trash one, trash stack. Oh, I suppose you drag and drop then. Okay, there we go. We have lots of mushrooms. We have some sap on us as well, but the sap isn't edible. Right then. We need dry grass. Is that dry grass? Yes. We will need that fairly soon. What I'd also like is some clover, but I don't really know where you get clover from. I'm just sort of wandering around in an aimless circle at the moment. Clover. Clover. What looks like clover? There's lots of dry grass over here, so we'll grab some more of that. And then we'll think about how we find clover. Should we get some normal grass while we're here as well, actually? Get some grass planks. Our inventory is full. Where are the grass planks and how am I full of them? Oh, because you can't, they're not in your inventory, you just carry them. Oh, I see. So let's go and just drop these down by this little base here then. That seems like the sensible place to put them, doesn't it? I was really hoping they'd stack better than that, but okay. That's fine. We can use this again, can we? We can, but we have nothing to analyse, though, so that's the end of that. Night is coming, but we don't have a clover leaf. Is this clover? No, that's a weed. That's clover. Ever I've seen it. Getting a wee bit dark now. Silly gnat. Silly gnat. Let's run back over here. If I say craft, what was it under? Base building? No. Utilities lean-to. So let's construct a lean-to. And we'll just pop that just on the outside of this. And then we'll use that so it isn't so bloody dark. I'll set it as a respawn point as well. Oh, there's a little ghost. And then we will sleep. Because it is very dark. Right, perfect. So I wouldn't mind making a little base. Where would make a little base? Like around here maybe? Sort of flat, nice little area, isn't it? We know where we are. Do you have to clear the area first? How does it work? Craft. I wouldn't mind making some of this stuff. We need some woven fibre. And some dry grass chunks. I don't even know where the logs come from, so that's fine. Probably also not all that important at the moment. Storage basket could be very handy. 4 clover leaves. Anyway. So a wall requires 4 grass planks. So if we just hit, because you just build it, don't you? You don't have to. Is the arrow pointing inside or out? Who knows? Just something very simple to start with. We just want somewhere where we can hide. I'm assuming it points out. Oh, and in fact, no, we don't want to do that. So we want a door. We'll put the door over here somewhere. So, craft door. Needs a weed stem and a woven fibre. We can do that. No matter which way the door goes, we'll have it that way. Okay. So we need some planks. We already have a few of those. We'll use up this plank as well. And then we'll get cutting down some more grass. Oh, I'm too tired to chop. There we go. Oh, so you can get rid of the little things. Yes, you can clear an area out. Well, that's good to know. So we'll clear out the ones around here. That way, if we need to make a bigger base at some point, we can. Too tired to carry on. I'm actually very hungry as well. So let's eat some of these mushrooms. And we are very thirsty, so we're going to need to do something about that very, very soon. Let's just grab these first. Oh, some of them ended up miles away, look, for some reason. It's now alerting us that we are so thirsty. So let's find some water. I can't see any now on the grass. Which is a problem for us, isn't it? So there's a mint sap. Oh, can we drink this? Nope, not a good idea. Not a good idea, but it did help our thirst a little bit. It doesn't help our hunger, but it helps our thirst. That's good enough for the moment. That's good enough. I'll take that. Ooh. Where did he go? Come here, gnat. So we found this box. Let's take a quick look. I don't actually know how we get in there. Or if you can get in there. Maybe it isn't something you can actually get in. So let's head back towards the base, wherever that was. Over here? That looks like it, yes. get some more grass cut. So I was going to do this as just a one-off quick look, but I think I'll probably wrap this up relatively soon. We need 2 more grass planks, 2 fibres. Are there more grass planks just lying around? Yes, there are. So let's grab those to tidy it up a little. Oh, in fact, we do need a fair few more. Actually, so is that all of the grass planks sorted? I believe so, yes. Okie dokie. So let's just pop this all just down here for now. At least that's stacked a bit better. We need 2 woven fibre. And then we need a weed stem. And we saw some weed. Weevil nose. Ew. Saw some weeds down this way? Yeah. It was these, wasn't it? Requires a higher tool. That is mine, Nat Corpse, now. Thank you very much. Chill out. Got no beef with you. So we are running out of space in our inventory, so we're going to need to make some storage or something as well. Is there anything else we can analyze? Yes. 3 things, in fact, rather handily. We can now make a staff gnat. No, we already had that, in fact. We already had the stuffed gnat. So if we analyse the weevil's nose, I'm hoping that's going to let us make a cool helmet. A gas mask, yeah. Not far off. And then the clover leaf. Oh, lots of stuff. Armour and roofs. Lovely stuff. So, we can't actually make a door until we get a higher level axe. How do you get a higher level axe? Don't know yet. I guess by finding other materials, right? Possibly by analysing a thistle needle. I'm thinking that maybe it. Maybe it. We can make a bow, gnat fuzz and woven fibre. Okay. Gnat fuzz shouldn't be too hard to come across. As I said, my intention was to do just a quick one-off and leave it at that until there have been a few updates for the game, but I think we're in the place where we're about half hour in, and yeah, we haven't finished off the story yet, and I wouldn't mind doing a little bit more exploring, see what's around, finish off doing a bit of crafting. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to leave that there and we'll come back to it for a second look. I suspect it will only be a 2-part series for now. As I said, going forward we will look into making this a full-on series once the game progresses a little bit, but for now it's quite early on. Can we move this? Recycle, I guess that means you can move it. It's quite early on. As I said, the reviews have been perhaps unfairly unfavourable in the fact that there isn't that much to the game as of yet, but the game looks brilliant. The potential is pretty monumental, really, isn't it? The things you could do with a game like this is yeah, very wide-ranging, so I'm very excited to see where it goes. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, do hit the like button. That'd be very much appreciated. Comment and subscribe, all those good things. And I will see you next time back in Grounded. And as always, well, thank you so very much for joining me.